people have become masters of distraction. My guru told me, he said, Vedagurudev, you're a master of distraction. And I said, what do you mean, Baba? He said, your whole life, you've been conditioned to attach yourself to all these things that don't serve you. Who cares what Kim Kardashian wears to the Grammys? Who cares, you know, what Donald Trump is doing? It doesn't really serve you. So we've been conditioned from birth to attach to all these different narratives that really don't identify us. You know, they just don't serve us in the present moment. So when you start practicing Kriya Yoga, you become aware of the chess pieces on the board, and you start taking control of your power. You start giving your attention and your power away so freely. You know, like most people, they just give it away. Oh, really? You know, I'm going to go down this rabbit hole. Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson. I'm going to, you know, there goes 2 hours of my life on nothing that doesn't serve me in the present moment. So, yeah, just being aware of the game that's being played in this Maya delusional world is most of the way home anyway. Most people aren't aware. They are guided by the social media slot machine, and that's how they live their life. They identify with all these things that don't serve them in the present moment, and yeah, that's how they get in these problems, and that's how they suffer. But when you're the detached witness and you create space between you and the movie screen, you see yourself more in the audience than an actor on the screen of the movie. Most of these people think they are in the movie. They think this is reality. This movie, this defines me. This is my reality. But when you look at it like most yogis as the Maya delusional movie on the stage of the universe, you're not really attached to it. You're more the detached witness. You create space and distance between you and the movie. Most people are in the movie. They think they're in the movie. This is their reality. But if you look at your own movie like the comedy show it is, it'll dilute and dissolve and have less pull, because you'll just laugh at it like the joke it is. Like, good one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this is a good comedy show. I like this episode of Seinfeld, but I'm not attached to it. I'm just a detached witness, and I create space between me and the Maya delusional world. Or, you know, I don't see this as my reality. Are you feeling spiritually lost? Like you've tried everything, YouTube videos, online courses, even meditation apps, but still something is missing? Wondering, is this all there is? The world is loud and chaotic, and your soul is overwhelmed, craving inner peace, but you can't find your way back to yourself. This is exactly why I created the Kriya Yoga Masterclass and my proven soul coaching system to help people just like you. This isn't a video you watch and forget. It's a daily spiritual lifeline that brings you back to your soul. So if you're done feeling lost and you're ready to start transforming, then come join us. This is more than a course. This is your lifeline. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com. A show playing out on the stage of the universe, you know?
Yeah.
So I just get my popcorn and enjoy the show. You know, I go to the Maya delusional circus. You know, the monkeys come out riding the bikes. Oh, look at that. A monkey's riding a bike, you know? I'm not attached to it. I'm not trying to make sense of it. I'm just witnessing it as the detached witness. Like, well, that's interesting, you know? It's suspension of disbelief in the Maya delusional world. When you watch a movie, you don't really actually think Iron Man is flying through the air. So that's the way I look at this Maya delusional world too. It's not my reality. It's a fake movie that I'm not attached to. I just create separation between me and the movie, and just watch the pictures go by on the movie screen, unattached to it. Watch the clouds passing in the sky, letting them pass, not attached to it, not trying to make sense of it. You know, you said in one of our old sad songs, you said, what is certain? I was like, ain't nothing certain in this universe. Yeah. That is for sure. Nothing happens the way you want it to happen. Nothing is certain. You can't control anything. everything happens the way it happens, and you just gotta have that right mindset and that right perspective where you could say, this is how it is, you know, peaks and valleys, peaks and
Yeah.
valleys. Some days you're up, some days you're down. The roller coaster goes up, the roller coaster goes down on the Maya delusional world. The roller coaster goes right, the roller coaster goes left. That's just part of it. But if you have that awareness, is this is how it happens in this Maya delusional world, and I'm not going to try to control it or attach to it, then you'll have a way better mindset to navigate this crazy Maya delusional world. And that is definitely for sure. Even for
Yeah.
Vedagurudev, it's this case, right? So I don't want you to think I don't go through what you go through. I go through it also, you know. Traffic is bad in Thailand. There's always some landmine or some obstacle, some wall I got to overcome, you know. So peaks and valleys, even for Vedagurudev. Some days mountains are high as Mount Everest. Some days they're little hills that are easy to overcome. But no matter what God throws at you on a daily basis or this Maya delusional world, approach it with a big smile on your face and overcome it no matter what, right? I wake up and jump out of bed and say, whoa, how's Baba G going to surprise me today? There's going to be a mountain. Whether it's going to be big or small, who knows? But we will sure find out soon enough.
Yeah.
So that's basically the perspective I have. But it's interesting that Arjuna's going through the same things that
Yes.
we go through 3,000 years ago when there was a lot less distractions. There was no social media. There was no mainstream media, you know, but even he had a bunch of distractions, and he saw that he didn't have enough time in a day. So interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, and then his next question is, why has life become so complicated? It sure is complicated. Like,
It's way complicated more than now than it was
yeah.
then, you know. The thing I liked about the being a Himalayan Kriya yogi, life wasn't complicated.
Yes.
Sun comes up, you take a dip in the frozen lake of Satupan Lake, swim around, clean yourself off. Cleanliness is next to godliness, so we keep our physical body, our ashram clean, and yeah, just a full day of sadhana. Sun goes down, you know, and then take a rest. That was the yogic schedule. So they didn't have electricity, and that's probably how they lived their life too, you know. So yeah, why is life so complicated and distracting? These are questions that everybody asks themselves in the mirror, you know.
Yeah.
Why is there never enough money in my bank account? You
Yeah.
know, why am I sad and depressed? Why I should be more happier. I should be more grateful. I should have more gratitude. So yeah, it's a difficult mountain to climb. But if just by being aware that this is the way this 3D Maya delusional world is, this playground that we've been sent to, just try to play the video game, the simulation as best as you can, and don't try to really make too much sense of it, because this can't be made sense of. That's like me saying, what is God? You know, I like to say a God defined is a God confined. Like, it's beyond my comprehension. I'm not going to waste too much energy making sense of it. It is what
Yeah.
it is, and I'm going to overcome it no matter how tall the mountain is, or no matter how less the mountain is. You know, every day is a test as a yogi. There's always some peaks, there's always some valleys. But if you have this understanding, it'll help you navigate this world a lot better. But it's interesting that yeah, like I said, Arjuna goes through the same things we go through in
Yeah.
2025. And there was way less, you know, like no one was really stealing your attention back then, you know. There was a lot less stuff to navigate, you know, but still he went through it.
Yeah.
Imagine now it'd be like it's a constant psyop, a constant bombardment on your consciousness, stealing your attention. Look over here, look over here, look over here. And the monkey mind loves that. That's like tasty food for your monkey mind. It loves that. What's over here? What's over here? And you're just draining your battery, wasting on your energy on things that don't serve you in the present moment. So when you have that right discernment and that right discrimination to see, like, this doesn't serve me in the present moment, I'm not going to attach to it, and I'm going to do my inner work. I'm going to try to be the best person I can be. And I'm going to do things that I can control. Things that are beyond my control, I have no power or control in that situation. So I'm not going to give my energy to it. And if you protect your energy and you see your energy as valuable, then you won't readily give it away. Here, you want some energy? You want some energy? And that's how most people live their life. They give all their energy to things that don't help them in the present moment. Like, oh my God, Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson? Pamela Anderson from Baywatch? Oh my God, there goes your energy. That's 10% out of your daily battery. So protect your energy and focus your energy on things that serve you in the present moment. And things that don't help you in the present moment, just let them pass. Like, not going to do it, what I'm saying?
Yes,
not going to waste my energy on things that don't serve me. Yeah, so interesting. Arjuna went through the same thing 3,000, 2,000 years ago, whatever it was that we're going through in the present moment.
Yeah.
Do you feel like something inside you is quietly breaking down? Like you've tried all the right things, meditation apps, self-help books, endless YouTube rabbit holes, but nothing matters. The emptiness just stays. The world keeps spinning faster. You are drained by the noise and pressure of it all. You are not broken. You are just disconnected from your soul. And that's exactly why I created the Kriya Yoga Masterclass and my proven soul coaching system. This isn't another feel-good video that fades by tomorrow. This is a living spiritual practice, a step-by-step system to heal yourself within. So if you're exhausted from searching, I invite you to take the first step. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com.
Vedagurudev, why do good people always suffer?
This is a hard question, and this is a question a lot of people ask. And my guru would say, I asked him this question also. He would say, most people signed up for this, and it's part of their soul contract or their karma, that it's something they signed up to go through. It really doesn't make sense in the present moment, but some people like to climb Mount Everest, and they have to go through that suffering to understand. But in Kriya Yoga, we really see that suffering doesn't really serve you in the present moment. So why do people suffer? People suffer because they attach to something, and they try to guide things the way they want it to happen. And when you realize nothing's going to happen the way you want it to happen, for me included, then you dissolve your suffering, because you don't really have no dog in the fight. Suffering is mostly fear of loss. I'm going to lose my physical body. I'm going to lose my loved one. I'm going to lose my car. But if you don't care, or you have the mindset of what difference does it make, I don't own this, that's an ego play. I, mine, myself, I don't own this. It's just something I enjoy for the passing moment. And when it's gone, I say, well, I enjoyed it while I was here. I'm happy for what I got, not what I don't got. And that really dilutes your suffering. So if you kind of become the detached witness and don't really attach to anything and don't try to make sense of anything, you really dilute your suffering. So suffering happens to good people and bad people alike. The only difference between people who can overcome suffering, they just have the tools, and they kind of, my guru would say, step back from the TV. You're sitting too close to the TV. You're too invested in this suffering. You love the chain that enslaves you, right? That suffering, like, why do I have to suffer? But if you've never heard of suffering, like I say, if a tree falls in the woods and you didn't hear it, did it really fall? So I like to have the
Yeah.
mindset of suffering. What is suffering? That's not a word in my vocabulary. I don't suffer, you know. I navigate this world and it happens the way it happens. Does it happen the way I want it to? Absolutely not, you know. It probably never happens the way but if you have that mindset, like this world happens the way it happens, and what is suffering going to do? Suffering's a wasted emotion, you know. It's not going to help anything. It's not going to change anything. So why do I need this wasted emotion? I take this trash to the curb, you know. It's not going to help me. I more have the mindset of whatever test happens to me in the daily yoga life, I embrace it. Okay, that's what we're gonna go do today. Let's do it, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely not gonna suffer. It's not a word in my vocabulary. It happens to good and bad people. And I would say, if you're a good person and you're questioning why I have to suffer, you're probably looking at it through the wrong lens. You should look at it like, well, everybody goes through this, but as a good person, I have the right discernment and the right discrimination to navigate this the right way. I have the right tools in my toolbox. Okay, suffering, you want to dance today? I got you. But I'll tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm definitely not going to suffer, you know?
Yeah.
It's
No
not a
suffering.
word in my vocabulary. So I'm a good person, but suffering is not a word in my vocabulary. So, you know, if a tree falls in the woods and I didn't hear it, did it really fall? So when a tree falls, I was like, that suffering tree just fell, but I didn't hear it. So it doesn't exist in my world, in my vocabulary. So yeah, suffering is a tough pill to swallow, a high mountain to climb, especially when you're in physical suffering, right? That's when the monkey mind starts to go crazy, you know? So even if you're in physical pain, you should navigate it as best as you can, which is going to take a lot of inner mastery, because that's a real tough mountain to climb. So, but if you're not in physical pain, I would be grateful for what you have, not what you don't have, you know? And okay, this is what we're going to go through today. I embrace it.
Yeah.
I take it on the chin. I put one foot in front of the other. But I tell you one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to suffer. We are fearless yogis, and suffering is not a word in our vocabulary. So I delete that word from my
Be
mind.
gone.
Suffering does not exist. You know, it's not helping. It's just you know, it's just a mountain you don't really want to climb. So yeah, whatever God throws at you in your daily life, just put a big smile on your face and embrace it, and try to overcome and navigate that mountain as best as you can. But yeah, I wouldn't attach yourself to suffering, because that would add to the suffering, you know.
Yeah.
So I have the yogic mindset of what is suffering. I never heard of it. Doesn't exist in my blissed out universe.
Yeah. Krishna said to Arjuna, I'm summarizing this, but basically that think of it as toughening your soul, that we're turning us humans into diamonds, that suffering is just an opportunity to to fine us, like heat turns the coal into a diamond, that it's actually a gift. So kind of think of
Right.
it differently.
Yeah, it refines you. Iron sharpens iron, you know.
Yeah. I'll overcome
It
this.
forges you in fire, you know. If you had no suffering, you would have nothing to gauge your spiritual progress. So it does give you some barometer where you could kind of say, like, all right, if you're just a blissed out yogi, you don't know what it's like to suffer. But if you have some experience, then you could
Yes.
enjoy the blissed out yogic state a lot more, because you know what it's like to be attached to the Maya delusional world, to suffer, you know, to have loss and all these things. So yeah, Krishna said that perfectly. It sharpens your sword, you know,
Yes.
makes you a
Yeah.
better yogi.
Well, we have Paul here. He says namaste. And then
Namaste, Paul.
namaste. His comment to what we're talking about. Did I sign up for this? I don't remember signing up for this.
Yeah,
LOL.
I ask that question to myself every day. Did I really sign up for this Maya delusional world, this 3D dense, chaotic world, you know? But yeah, who knows? And the greatest magic trick of all is you get a cool memory wipe so you don't remember anything of who you were. You know, I guess that's part of the process. If you remember who you were, you wouldn't have spiritual growth or level up. So yeah, I agree with you, Paul. You don't remember anything. Did I really sign up for this?
Yeah,
This is too overwhelming.
This is much.
You know,
Too much.
I can just imagine myself when I actually ascend or get my wings, or however you would say. I would be like, "Woo, that was a crazy roller coaster ride. Don't want to do that again."
No.
Wow, you know, woo, man. I'm glad to finally get off the hamster wheel. That was overwhelming, you know. Did I really sign up for that? Man, I lost my mind, you know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
What did I do to myself, right? Man.
Yes.
Wow, you know. So yeah, these are questions everybody asks on the spiritual path. Like, did I really sign up for this? Is this really a spiritual playground? Am I having a human experience in a physical form? I mean, in a spiritual form. So these are questions all yogis ask themselves, and the easiest answer I would say is basically the only difference between them and you is they have this tools to help navigate it, and they're more the detached witness. They're not attached to any outcome. They have no dog in the fight. They just witness and create some distance and space between them. They're not attached to any outcome. They don't have no expectations. So yeah, when you kind of see it that way, you know, you don't care which football team wins. You know, you're like enjoying the entertainment of the back and forth game, but you're not trying to guide the game or win the game. You know, you're like, all right, well, that's the way it happened. I'm gonna try to reach in my toolbox and see what kind of tools or kriyas I have to help me overcome this, and navigate this crazy Maya delusional world as best as you can. But I have compassion for everybody out there because it is very dense. It is very overwhelming. And yeah, that is a question Vedagurudev asked himself. Did I really sign up for this? Why did I do this to my
Gonna rip this
higher consciousness, right? Oh, yeah. When I was in the Himalayan mountains and my guru told me to come back to the Maya delusional world and help people, I was like, no, why has God forsaken me today? Babaji, why? You know? So, because I knew what it is. I've already been there, done that. I've experienced the Maya delusional world. So when I came back to the Maya delusional world, it was like going back to prison, you know, like, oh, I'm back here. You know? I left, they pulled me back in, but it's more less harsh than it was the first time, you know. Now that I'm aware of the pieces on the chessboard and the Maya delusional game that's being played, I see the Wizard of Oz for who he is, right? You know, I was like, good one today, ego. Oh, you almost got me. You know, I see you hiding behind that tree over there. I see you. You know, are you hiding behind that palm tree right here? I see you. You can't fool me. So I have more tools, but still, it's physically dense for Vedagurudev. And when I had to leave my blissful cave in the Himalayan mountains to come back, it was not a happy day. That was a suffering day for Vedagurudev, even. But now I understand it more.
Yes.
Watching endless spiritual videos didn't change me. I wanted to feel peace, not just learn about it. Kriya Yoga changed my nervous system, helped me sleep deeply, and brought me emotional balance that I didn't think was possible. If you're ready for real transformation, not just theory or stories, join the free Kriya Yoga School at freekriyayoga.com or book a free call at kriyayogamasterclass.com. If that speaks to you, give this video a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more teaching straight from my heart right here.